Hello and welcome to my review of the movie The Northman, a movie by the director who directed one of my favorite movies of all time, The Lighthouse, which is a great movie. And this movie, The Northman, is decent, I guess. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, Robert Eggers, who directed this, he hasn't missed yet. It's a pretty good movie. But it feels weird, but the movie just didn't click with me, I guess. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with it, and there's some good and entertaining parts about it, but it just didn't click. I don't know. Maybe it was the savage nature of it, which, is enjoyable at times, excuse me. It just didn't click with me. I don't know why. So this movie is about Vikings. Not Vikings. Something. Norse mythology, it's along there. Maybe it's Vikings, who knows. But this talks about all that. And it talks about, so our main character is the son of a king who's played by Ethan Hawke. Hi, Arthur Harrow. Anyways, he's known for way more than I know Ethan Hawke's known for all the his horror material and all that stuff. And he's been in a lot recently. I think he's in Black Phone. I've never seen Black Phone, and I don't plan on seeing it because I'm not the biggest fan of horror movies. You say that, but one of my favorite movies is a horror movie. But whatever. Psychological horror. Okay, I have limits. But yeah, Ethan Hawke's in this movie. He's in there for a very short moment. So he plays the protagonist's father. And he is killed by his brother, which is our protagonist's uncle. And the protagonist is like, I vow to avenge my father. I will save my mother. And I will take back the crown. And I will kill that guy. I can't believe I forgot the name, because he says that chant so many times. He's like, I will avenge my father, I will save my mother, and I will kill my father's killer, whatever his name is. I gotta kill my uncle. I know he's at Furter? Something. It's something. Something like that. So yeah, the uncle kills the protagonist's father, and the protagonist grows up. And he is vowed to this, so he's training, he's all that stuff. I don't think they really show the training, but if you're that muscular. But yeah, so his entire goal is to kill his uncle. Go after his uncle, save his mother, all that stuff. I'm not gonna delve into the plot too much because I kind of just want y'all to see it if you want to see it. This is another rated R movie, so and it makes it very clear, and some of the rated R elements are earned, but I don't know why I put myself through all of these movies yet. I don't like seeing bad stuff. I don't mind language, but seeing all the the stuff I don't want to see that. And I was like, look my ass, look the eyes. And yeah, that kind of content's in here. One of the scenes comes out of nowhere, everything else doesn't come out of nowhere. Everything else is earned to an extent. Earned, put that in quotations. So yeah, this plot very much plays like a Lion King, Moses, let my people go kind of storyline, very demented. Not demonic, but demented, very brutal version of a Lion King Moses kind of thing tale. To where in a way it's okay, so the story of Moses, he Moses is used to, you know the story of Moses, and he goes after, like, and he uses, like, with the power of God, he tries to set God's people free, and this is kind of what happens there, except it's more like he just wants revenge kind of thing. As I said, demented. It's not like, for a just reason like it was in the story of Moses. It's more just like a rage, which is kind of what his kind of the whole thing is. And it's a little interesting thing about that is, like, that at first there's a clear villain, but as the movie progresses, the protagonist starts acting more like a villain than the own villain. And yes, you still make it clear that, that's the bad guy, but also the good guy isn't too good either. And you start to learn that. And that's why it's kind of just like a demented version of, like, The Lion King with the uncle taking over after killing the protagonist's father. That's the Lion King part. And all that stuff. That's the basic plot line. Obviously, if you want to go see it, there's way more to that. There's like a romance, and let's say romance. I'm putting the quotations. It is romance, but still quotations. Yeah. This movie just, I don't know. It just didn't click. I don't know why. Like, nothing clicked. Maybe it's because I watched it in two halves. Like, I watched it in one thing, went to something, and then resumed it again. Maybe that was why. I don't know. It just didn't click with me. Willem Dafoe's in this movie. That's pretty interesting. He doesn't play that big of a role, just like Ethan Hawke. All the biggest actors here, not really, yeah. I do like the concept of, like, there not being a clear villain in this. Or, like, the hero acts like a villain, too. Because, like, every villain, a well-written villain, you can understand. It's like, oh, yeah, you're doing a bad thing, but I understand you. You know what I mean? That should happen. But this is presented in a way that's super interesting. It's like, okay, yeah, he's the bad guy. You don't really, like you can understand it maybe. But the hero, your own protagonist, while you understand his actions and you can root for him, it becomes hard when you learn of seeing what he does. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this movie's kind of crazy too. Kind of like it's all straight revenge, rage, and then there's some weird like in the beginning, the main character acts like a wolf, like it's kind of weird. So does Ethan Hawke's character. He does that too because it was when he was a child. It's just like there's some weird moments, but I think that's a traditional Robert Eggers kind of thing. Yeah, this is a decent. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with this movie, per se. It's probably not everyone's cup of tea, which is probably why it didn't click with me, because it's probably not my cup of tea. Who knows? But, yeah, so I'm gonna be fair to this movie. Even though it didn't click with me, I'm still gonna give it a 7, because there's nothing inherently wrong with the movie. So, there's a little explanation of my rating system. 7 means there's nothing inherently wrong with the movie. It just didn't wow me. 8 is, that's a good movie. I can see where they could improve upon. 9 is, there probably could be better. I can't figure out what would be better, but it's probably something could be better. And 10 is, nothing. This is a perfect movie kind of thing, which I'm gonna rarely give things. So I give this a 7 because there's just nothing inherently wrong. It just didn't click with me. Maybe it'll click with you if you watch, So yeah, this is my review of The Northman. If you enjoyed and you're on YouTube, hit that like button, subscribe, comment what you thought of the movie if you've seen it. If you're on Instagram, maybe comment what you think out of it, maybe follow me, who knows. I don't really care about the views or anything. I just do this for fun, mainly. But yeah, that's my review of The Northman. Hope you enjoyed.